Hey gang, DVD Collector back, and welcome back to the Movie Reviewers 100. I have been on a little hiatus, had some stuff happen in the personal life with some friends and some family, and but anyway, I'm back in full stride. As you'll notice, I've put up videos on my own page and or my own channel, and I'm back here as well. And I'm so glad that I got to come back for Philip Seymour Hoffman. I absolutely adored this guy, and it was devastating to hear that of his passing. At first, when this week was announced, I had all intentions of reviewing Capote, which is one of my favorite films that he's done. And not just the fact that the Capote is so good, the film that it's based on, the writing of the book In Cold Blood. I love that movie too, starring Herschel from Walking Dead, Scott Wilson. But I've decided, just talk a little bit about Philip Seymour Hoffman, not really review a movie. I do love Capote. Capote is about Truman Capote and his writing of In Cold Blood and how he formed a relationship with one of the killers during that interview process. But I just want to take a little bit time to talk about him himself. He was such a great actor, such a great presence in film. He usually played an awkward character. Some of my favorite roles, of course, are Twister. I love him in Twister. Then he gets a little awkward in a really, really well done movie called Happiness. Boogie Nights, he plays another awkward character. And so many others. Flawless, just so many, countless good movies. And the reason that this one hit me so hard as far as a celebrity death, because usually it's like, oh, a celebrity died, unless they're one of my favorite actors or actresses. It just goes, that's too bad, rest in peace, blah, blah, blah. I work in the prison system. You guys may or may not know that. And the prison that I work in specializes in drug treatment and behavioral treatment and stuff like that. And we deal very closely with drug addicts, especially heroin addicts. And heroin's blind. Heroin doesn't know who it's killing. Heroin doesn't care who it's killing. And that's apparent. When somebody like street level person that nobody knows, that's a junkie, that's homeless, when they die and they overdose on heroin, people glance it over. They don't think about it. They think, oh, he's a junkie, fucking worthless, blah blah blah. But when somebody of Philip Seymour Hoffman's stature dies of a heroin overdose, they tend to look at it a little different. Anybody can do this at any addiction. Doesn't have to be just underprivileged, undereducated people. I mean, this was a very predominant actor in his prime, doing great movies, and dies of a heroin overdose. And that's the way addiction works. That's the way it takes a hold of you. And I'm sure his closest of close friends knew that he had a drug problem, but for the most part, as fans, we just overlook all that kind of stuff. We just want to see him in a film. And he did some of the best films, and I really think he had some really great stuff ahead of him. I mean, he just started with the Hunger Games stuff, and he's just had so much potential and had done so much already. I don't know. It's really sad, and it's really mind-numbing, and really puts everything in perspective. If heroin and addiction can kill somebody like Philip Seymour Hoffman, it can take anybody. I mean, it doesn't know that he wasn't homeless and uneducated and stuff like that. It was just a bad buy, too much, mixed it with the wrong drugs, whatever, any given day. And I don't know if he battled with this for a long time or if he was in and out of recovery. I don't know much about that part of him. I know I deal with it on a daily basis with people that I work with, and I know it's rough. I know it's one of the most heartbreaking things that you'll ever see, to see families tore apart by somebody's death of overdosing and dealing with constant. And it's not just Philip Seymour Hoffman had money. When you see people like I see people that go through this that don't have anything, and they're taking everything their families own, they're taking their kids' Christmas presents, they're taking, they're stealing money out of their kids' piggy bank to go get a fix because they're trying to justify the fact that they're sick. It's just to survive another day. That's when it gets really sad, Philip Seymour Hoffman, of course, had money. He didn't have to stoop that low, but at some certain point, maybe he would have. He was a very functioning addict if he had been an addict for very long. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to say stuff about him, and you will be very missed. I've watched a few of your movies this past couple weeks just in remembrance of him, and I have to say, rest in peace, buddy. Another one lost to the battle of addiction. So, anyway, sorry to come back on such a somber topic, but I really just didn't feel like reviewing the movie. I really just felt like talking about Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I hope that's okay with everybody. But next week, expect a review, and until then, enjoy everybody else's. And once again, Philip Seymour Hoffman, rest in peace. Later.